Hello and welcome to the Success Showcase. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin from the Modern Observer Group. And with me, as always, is Chip Janiszewski from the Happiness and Success GPS. Chip, how are you doing this week?
Doing great. How about you this fine summer day, Eric?
Doing fantastic. We are definitely in the heart of summer. Things are heating up.
Yeah, they talk about 90-degree days and heat waves and stuff like that. And we're expecting a lot of that this week and just got through like 3 or 4 days in a row. But if it goes below today or tomorrow, they're saying, so what? We're going to be 90-degree for a whole week starting on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're looking at about 10 days of 90 plus temperatures here in the Northeast. Yep. And I'll be honest, you can't really complain. Yes, it's a little hot, but things could be so much worse. Take a look at the folks down in the Gulf who have been dealing with Hurricane Barry.
Yeah, absolutely. And we actually have lucked out this year because it hasn't been that humid. We haven't had a lot of crazy storms and stuff like that up here like we're likely to get sometimes during the summer. And then when it comes down to summer, my word on that is BS. It beats snow.
Exactly. You never have to shovel heat.
So,
well, today we're going to talk about continuing your learning and how important this is to your both personal growth and professional success. It's so important that you continue to absorb information, to be able to analyze it, and to really keep that learning going. And I was talking with someone just last week, and we were saying how it seems people are not as smart as they used to be. And we came to the conclusion that it's because people aren't learning as much anymore. Now, if you want to know something, you don't actually have to sit down and learn it. You go to Google, you ask the question, you get your quick answer, but you're not learning everything that goes into that answer.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked in the past about feeding the body, feeding the mind is very, very important. I kind of look at it as, like working out. If you're physically working out more, your body's going to be in better shape and you're going to be healthier. And the same thing with your mind. If you're constantly doing some personal development work, that's there to do it too. So the good news is that even if you're hung up and just automatically go to Google and Wikipedia and all this other kind of stuff, take an easy way out as far as not reading and whatever, at any point in time, you can pick up a book or start listening to an Audible personal development thing in your car and just get going on it. And once you start doing it, it does become contagious. I've been doing this for a long, long time, especially in my car. And it's just amazing all the different things that are out there that you can be listening to. Every once in a while, I like to get back to my 60s rock and roll, but Audible's great.
And speaking of Audible, something that people should know is that over the last few months, Audible has actually added a lot of features that are included in the membership. So when you get an Audible membership, you get a credit each month, and that credit can be used to buy a book. But now they have entire series of podcasts and short pieces that come included. There are, I think I found so far, a dozen series on meditation, on working out, on personal development, all different ways that you can improve yourself. And I have to say, I started using some of the meditation ones, and they've helped me sleep better. They've helped me get up in the morning better. So there's some great information there. And on top of that, they've also introduced Audible Originals. And they have about 6 or 7 of them that they debut each month. And as a member, you get to choose 2 of them for free.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how they've really developed into this. I always thought that just paying 11, $12 a month for, one credit, or I'm on the two credit thing for like a little over $20 a month is just a great bargain anyway. But all these added things, and yeah, I mean, the bottom line is you can pick out the series, you can pick out the different books, and now with this meditation and things like that, I mean, that's something I haven't checked out yet, but I just wrote that down when you mentioned it because I that so.
Yes, I'm a big fan of my Audible subscription. Um, and it's more than just standard books. They have an entire series that they carry on Audible called The Great Courses. And these let you you can learn about business and economics. You can learn about science and technology. You have history. They have all different sciences, biology, chemistry. They have great courses on the law, on economics. So there's a whole library called the Great Courses, and Audible has, I think, the entire library of them available. So this is another great way. It's not just, well, this is a book I'm interested in listening to. This is, you can pick a topic and just really go deep.
Yeah, I mean, Great Courses is actually their own company where you can buy the DVD sets and so on. And I got one of those a couple of years ago, and it's amazing how you can get all these things. But you literally can take a course just by going through Audible now in whatever topic you're looking to take.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to expand your mind. And that's something that's important for all of us to do. We tend, even those of us that are conscious about our personal growth and we want to keep learning, we tend to keep getting more and more information about a subject that we're particularly interested in. It is a major advantage to look into other topics, things that you might have thought about, but you really don't know about, and something that's not necessarily connected to what you do for a living or what your hobbies are. By expanding your mind into these new areas, it's the mental equivalent of working out with a new trainer. You're doing different exercises, you're improving different muscle groups. With this, you're improving different parts of your mind. You're stretching your mind. You're creating new neural pathways and literally making yourself smarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've talked about the importance of putting together your own personal strategic plan. Obviously, it's important for businesses to have their strategic plan for sales, business development methods, and fulfillment, that kind of thing. But for every facet of your life, not just your professional and your financial, everybody should have a personal strategic plan. What do you want to see your legacy? What do you like to do outside as far as vacations and things like that, or exercise? What do you like to do with your family? If you start writing all these different things down, you're going to come up with interesting things. And one of the best ways to research this is through a topic from Audible or someplace else online where you can actually start reading about this stuff and developing that. Other benefits is when you're doing your personal strategic plan, you're going to be looking to put together your personal mission statement, and that's going to be based upon what you're good at. So you have to analyze what your likes and your dislikes are, and so on and so forth. What are areas that you want to work on? And those areas that you want to work on, a great place to start is to research that online and do some personal development work on those.
Right. And, we've been talking about Audible, but Audible is by no means the only source for this information. In fact, there are a lot of places where you can do this absolutely free. And one of the easiest ones is YouTube. Aside from all of the music videos and movie trailers and cat videos that are on YouTube, there are also some fantastic educational pieces. And some of them are as detailed as, what's going on in the universe. Neil deGrasse Tyson does videos. There is the entire sections of educational videos geared towards young people, kids, younger adults. If it's a topic that you haven't looked into, this is a great way to get started.
Yeah, I found on YouTube, I actually switched about a year ago to Roku television for just to access everything. And with Roku, you get a whole bunch of different free stations, one of which is YouTube. I got YouTube TV, which obviously has been advertised all over the place. But I find myself spending more time on YouTube, which is the same YouTube on the television that you access on your computer. And the coolest thing about it is they have some recommended topics based upon where your interests are, but they have the search mechanism. And all you got to do is type in a search phrase, and you get all kinds of different videos on the topic of your interest. And you can sign up for that group so that you're constantly, getting notified about things that are going on. So it's just an amazing library, and you can do everything from, if you're a sports nut, to TED Talks, to everything else, or just typing the name of a person that you want to follow. So I am in there all the time, and it is really, really a fantastic place to start. And you can really organize a great library of everything that you're interested in just by going in there. And as I said, now it's available through Roku, and I'm sure it is available through a lot of other of these independent, streaming stations that you can get on the internet. So
it is. You can get YouTube on Apple TV. You can get it on Amazon Fire. You can get it on Google's streaming stick. I can't remember the name of theirs, but you can have it on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer. It's anywhere that you can stream information, you can get YouTube.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. And obviously, going to the TED Talk website is another gold mine for information and talks on a whole bunch of different things too. So, and you can access any of those through YouTube, but also you can just go to TED Talks and take a look there. But TED Talks are basically these 18-minute videos on a different subjects where people practice their speaking, and the popular ones get on their website, and there's really, really all different types of things you can look for there. And it's a great place to hone your own skills too, just by learning how people do things.
Absolutely. And TED Talks also has an app that you can download to your phone, your tablet. I believe they've got one for your television. So you can be watching these anywhere you are. With TED Talks, you can also subscribe to their email that every week they'll let you know what new talks are there, what their featured talks are. And again, where TED really got its name with technology, they have talks on everything. You can hear talks about science. You can hear talks about economics. You can hear talks about civil rights. You can hear talks about how to talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really amazing. In looking through as far as different resources, I actually read a quick article that had a few bullet points as far as resources for continued learning. We've talked about a couple of them, but obviously reading magazines and online articles, you can find anything online for those just by searching for them. Analyzing and critiquing case studies. That's a great way to, if it's a topic that you're interested in, just grab something and analyze how other people have looked at that. You can subscribe to publications specific to your areas of interest. Another one that I really like is, we're doing this through streaming today, our podcast. I can't remember what you look like, Eric, but the computer's great, and it's a great way to connect with a global network of people using Skype and social media and so on and so forth, because there's all kinds of groups that you can become part of there too. Getting to more traditional things, you can attend training courses and events, but now you can do a lot of those online also, as well as going to conferences. And, we did talk about podcasts and TED Talks and so on and so forth. But I recommend using a combination of these. It's great to sit down with a book at some time.